Essentially full strength team it looks to be.
Yeah, obviously welcome back the likes of Braden, who's progressed really well with his return to play process. So look, we're certainly going to need to be at our best in terms of selection as well as performance this week, because we're expecting a full-on assault from a desperate North Harbour team.
Has there been a bit of that Ranfurly Shield buzz in the camp since you took it from Otago?
Yeah, look, it was a really special occasion for us last week, winning the Shield Challenge. But the main focus for us was how we did that. That's what we've really focused on, and that was preparing well throughout the week, like we would with any game. Obviously acknowledge that it was a little bit more special with it being the Shield game as well. So look, nothing changes for us. We know that worked well for us last week, just making sure that we focus on what we can control, and that's how we prepare for these big games especially. So same focus this week. We've just got to make sure we nail our preparation, and then we give ourselves the best chance of performing to the best of our ability as a team on the day.
What stands out when you look at North Harbour?
Oh look, they've got a big forward pack. It's pretty hard to look past that. So a very strong scrum. So look, I'm sure the forwards coaches I know they've put together a plan there to combat that. So yeah, we're going to have to make sure that we're performing to the best of our ability in that area. I think it's going to be a huge contest there. And then I think they've got some real threats in terms of ball in hand, particularly in the outside backs, who have the ability to beat defenders one-on-one. So look, I thought defensively our backs were pretty sharp last week. I think we've been refining our own systems over the course of the season, and pretty confident that we're ready for whatever they throw at us. But again, we're expecting a huge test again this week.
Does Braden's return almost open up your playbook a wee bit in terms of your expected at the backs?
Well, I just can't give too much away, but yeah, look, he's a very strong defender. Understands the systems well, and then ball in hand. I'm sure you've seen him play before, and we're all aware of his ability with the ball in hand as well. So, without giving too much away, yeah, of course, we'll be looking to utilise his abilities, both sides of the ball.
How important is controlling the tempo of the game? They're very crisp on the recycle.
Is that controlling the tempo?
Just controlling the pace, the tempo of the game, you guys dictating the terms rather than just allowing them to play the often sort of helter-skelter style of game that we have seen through them in periods through the season.
Yeah, I think just trusting our systems and what we have in place, and then making sure we're smart with our decision making at the breakdown when you decide to try and slow the ball down, when you leave it alone. Look, we prepare and we practice all that stuff. So again, going back to my original point, it's just making sure that we nail that stuff on the day, and it's going to be in a real high pressure environment, isn't it? Again, we're under no illusion that Harbour are going to come down here and chuck everything at us. 100% certain of that. They have to, in terms of fighting for a semi-finals place, and obviously the Shield's on the line as well. So look, we're going to have to absorb a lot of pressure. We're expecting that. A little bit like last week, where we managed to do that fairly well and come through at the end. So look, I think it'll be pretty similar this week. There's a lot on the line, I think, for both teams, and so controlling the tempo and I think just remaining composed and trusting the plans that we have in place. I think it's going to be important, and I'm guessing North Harbour are talking about similar things as well.
Yes, I mean, same in different reasons, but effectively it's finals footy now, isn't it, for both teams?
Yeah, and as I say, I think I've talked about some of the threats that the Harbour team possess. The pack, their running threats. But I think what makes them a real dangerous beast is the fact that they'll be really desperate. I think for the reasons I've already stated. So. But in saying that, I'm confident that we're in a position where we're going to be ready. I think we're ready for that. Last week was a high pressure game as well. And so I think we'll benefit from the experience, and because I think more of the same's coming this week, just in a slightly different form.